guys, what's up? It's me, Brianna, and in today's video, I'm coming to you guys with yet again another video in my back to school series. Once again, I kind of want to do a little disclaimer. I know I'm doing this quite early, but that's only because I kind of wanted to go ahead and get most of the important ones out of the way and then kind of do like the get ready with me videos and the haul videos closer to when I go back to school in the middle of August, and then kind of get like the advice videos and things like that out of the way in the mid-July. That way you guys can see them and kind of prepare for school, and then I'll have all the fun videos kind of when everyone's going back, if that makes sense. Comment down below when you guys go back to school so I can kind of get an idea of, you know, when to film things. But today's video is going to be a high school advice video, and this one's going to be for freshmen, aka freshman year of high school, and I'll just be giving you guys my pointers and advice and some things that I think would be helpful to keep in mind going into freshman year of high school. I know a lot of my subscribers, aka you guys, are going into freshman year. I've seen some comments on Instagram and some comments on my last video that I posted, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first key tip, and this is kind of obvious, is don't have fairy tale expectations for what you think high school is going to be like. When I first started high school, I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to be so amazing. It's going to be like not just like the movies, but it's going to be like so much better than middle school and so much better than junior high. And I had a brother who had already graduated high school prior to me going into high school, so I saw his experience, and his experience looked pretty fun, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to love it. I got there, and let me just tell you, I absolutely hated it. I was just like, okay, first week wasn't that bad. Got into the second week, and I was like, wow, like, it's not what I expected it to be. I would say go into it with, like, don't go into it thinking it's going to be the best thing ever, because quite honestly, yes, high school can be fun and it can be an enjoyable experience, but you just kind of have to have, like, an open mindset. You don't think things are going to go a certain way, or don't think things are going to be, like, set a certain way, because not necessarily, it's not all fairy tales and gumballs, but that's just my personal experience. Like I said, you may love high school, but for me, it's not something that's my favorite thing ever. Second tip is another sort of obvious pointer, and that is stay in school. Don't skip class. I know it can be tempting sometimes to skip class or just to play hooky one day and stay home, and I actually did that a lot my freshman year. It was kind of bad. It started off where I was actually sick for a solid week, and then like I was like, I don't want to go back, and then I went back for like a day or two, and then I played hooky for like 2 days, and I was like, Then I go back and everyone's like, oh, Brianna, you're not really sick. I'm like, you got me. Anyways, I would just say, really, the more you get behind, the harder it is to catch up, and like I've learned that from experience going through like elementary school, middle school, high school. Like the farther you fall behind, it's going to be so much more harder to catch up. So just go to school, try your best. You don't have to make straight A's, you know, you don't have to make B's. Just try your best, put in your best effort. That's kind of another tip that goes along with this is number 3, make sure you're putting in your best effort possible and work hard your freshman year. That way you won't have to work as hard your junior and senior year. Try to stay committed and stay on top of your work, you know, your freshman and sophomore year. That way, come around like the end of your junior year, beginning of your senior year, you won't have to take so many classes and you won't have to be piled up with so much work. I know so many seniors that have literally like not even had to finish school. Like they finished school like at the end of junior year or like at the beginning of their senior year because they took all their hard classes and took a bunch of classes during their freshman and sophomore year. So try to keep that in mind when you're picking your classes or when you're scheduling or changing your schedule and whatnot. Challenge yourself a little bit. Like try to take some harder classes. I took honors classes my freshman year, like all honors classes, so I challenged myself, and it wasn't much of a challenge just because I've always kind of been put in advanced classes. But if you aren't used to taking advanced classes, try to push yourself and try harder in that department. Fifth sort of kind of tip, I don't really know what tip I'm on, is don't think boys are everything, and this kind of just really has to go towards girls. So my next tip is don't think boys are everything. Don't think that you have to have a boyfriend. Now this is something that I was like, oh my gosh, going into high school, like I've never had a boyfriend, like this is the time for me to get a boyfriend. I'm gonna be in high school. Don't think you have to get a boyfriend your freshman year. Just wait it out. Like if you don't get one until your senior year, then so what? Boys are not everything. Boyfriends are not everything. Girlfriends are not everything. Whichever. Like don't think you need to have a partner or a significant other in high school, and don't think you need to like be dating a bunch of different guys or seeing guys or girls or whatever. Because like honestly, it can really mess with your head sometimes, and you can think about them more than you think about your education and your schoolwork and things like that. So yeah, don't try to put boys or girls ahead of your school and your concentration, or don't try to focus all your attention on that, because a lot of the times there's a lot of F-boys out there, and they can stab you in the back and it's no fun. So just because your friends have boyfriends or girlfriends, don't think that you need one too, is basically what I'm trying to say. My next tip is, if you are a girl and you want to keep a mini survival kit, so a mini emergency kit in your book bag, please do that. That is a tip that has saved my life since middle school. I have done many emergency kit for girls videos. My most recent one I posted last week. That'll be linked down below, or I might have it to where you can click right here. If I do, I'll put an annotation or something, but it'll always be in the description down below, or it's in my last video previous to this one. But anyways, always keep kind of like a mini survival kit, whether it be like band-aids in your bag, ponytails, hair ties, makeup, perfume, just because you never know when you might need those things. Next tip, and this is probably the biggest piece of advice I can give, is, well, it's not really advice, it's kind of more like a statement. You're going to lose friends in high school, especially your freshman year. I cannot tell you how many friends I had in junior high, like people who I thought were my true like friends that were gonna stick by me like for the rest of ever, like through college. I thought, like, dumb me, but like I thought I was gonna have those friends forever. I get into freshman year and it's like, you know, everyone gets into high school, through like by the middle of freshman year, people were like backstabbing me, and I was like, who even are you? Like, what happened to you? High school changes people is one thing. I don't let, you know, school affect me or school change me in any way, but the kind of environment that is in a lot of high schools these days and the generation that we live in, it tends, and it's kind of bound to change people. And a lot of people I know turned into complete you-know-whats. When I thought they were like the nicest people ever, they turned into the meanest people ever and the rudest people ever, and they just were complete backstabbers, and I didn't even know who they were anymore. So I dropped and I cut a lot of friends in my freshman year of high school. I was just like, nope, you're gone, because I'm the type, I don't like drama, and yeah, there's bound to be drama when you're in school or when you're around other people, but I don't like to be one that's the center of drama or the one creating drama. So just keep in mind that going into high school, you're not going to have all your friends that you used to have, and only have, like, don't think you need to have a huge group of friends. If you have like 2 or 3 friends that you hang out with at school, you have like your group or whatever, like, that's fine, stay in that group. And I kind of take this from my brother, because my brother told me, he was like, you know, I only have, like, I asked him like a couple years ago, I was like, why do you only have 3 friends? He was like, you learn who your real friends are and who your fake friends are when you get into high school. So try to keep that in mind. That's something that I kind of wanted to be like a big stressor in this video, is that you're going to lose friends. Don't get too sad about it. It happens. Another tip that I have is try to be nice to the new kids. I know in my high school freshman year, a lot of new kids came in, and try to like befriend the new kid, because I would hate to, like, I've never been the new kid before, but I would hate to be in that position and like not have any friends or not know anybody if I moved to a new city. So try to be nice to other people. Also, don't talk about people. That kind of goes along with starting drama. Like, don't start drama. Try to be nice to other people, befriend other people, be nice to your teachers. That's another thing. My freshman year, I had a couple people in a couple of my different classes that were so rude to the teacher, and like, I'm talking like cussing out the teacher, and I'm like, how can you be that disrespectful to someone? Not that they're like above you in any way, but like, how can you be disrespectful to someone who's either like, you know, you never think of someone as above you or below you. Like, everyone's equal, everyone's living on the same planet, everyone's in the same building, at the same school. Like, don't play that game. Like, don't think you're more popular than anyone else or you're better than someone else. That's another thing that kind of goes along with like high school and stuff, is so many people just try to like think like being popular is everything, and it's not. Like, popular, it doesn't even exist in my head. Like, I don't think there is a, like, being popular matters, honestly. Like, going into high school, I was like, you know, there's gonna be those girls or those guys that think they're the shiz, and they're gonna wanna try to get above you and try to act, you know, put you down, and just don't let it get to you. Don't let bullies get to you. This is kind of another tip I wanna say. If you've ever been bullied, which I've been bullied before, but if you've ever been bullied, just don't let them get to you. I know it can get to a certain point that can be, you know, harmful, but if it's like, you know, figuratively bullying, like, you know, with words, don't let that get to you. Honestly, brush off your shoulder, girl. Just walk the other way, walk down the hall, go to a different room. Like, don't let those haters get to you. The haters can back off. Haters back off. Like, we don't need those people in our lives. We really don't. We are strong people. We can make it through high school, so don't let those, you know, MFs get to you, my friend. Next tip that I have is make sure to stay organized. So kind of know where everything is in your book bag or your locker. This is kind of a tip that I say in all of my back to school advice videos for every grade. It's just gonna make sure you stay organized because it's gonna make your life so much easier. Also, not a lot of people do this, but I highly recommend writing down in the planner that the school gives you, or if they don't give you a planner, buy your own planner and write down in it, or make notes when the teacher tells you to make notes, yada yada yada, stuff like that, because I cannot tell you how many homework assignments or like projects I forgot that were due, or homework assignments that I had to turn in because I didn't write it down. I come into school the next day and they're like, this assignment was due, and I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't know about that, like, so when really I was like, crap, like I totally forgot about it, because I get it, we have lives outside of school, like crap happens outside of school, we will forget things, we will forget homework, but you could be, you know, chilling eating dinner one night and then open your planner and be like, oh crap, I have a math assignment due in the next like 5 days, I better start working on that, and you could remember and you'll be like all fine. So stay organized, write stuff down in your planner so you don't forget things if you're a forgetful person. Last tip that I kind of have from self-experience for high schoolers freshman year is just try to like have positive vibes. No one likes someone that has negative vibes or like produces negative vibes around other people. Like nobody likes a person like that. Like nobody wants to hang around someone who, you know, puts off negative vibes. Be a positive person. Try to go into freshman year with a positive outlook. Again, have an open mind. Don't try to think things are going to go a certain way. Don't have fairy tale expectations for everything. Like I said, as the first tip, like just kind of just go in there, like not carefree, but kind of have that carefree like feel, like do good, but then again, don't care about what other people think. That's kind of what I want to end this video off with. People are going to judge. They're bound to judge. People are booty holes sometimes, but don't care what they think. Like, just, you gotta just like be you. You gotta do you. Don't change for someone else. Don't change for high school. Don't change for your friends that have changed into rude people. Just be yourself. If you feel like something is wrong and you don't want to do it, don't fall into the peer pressure of things. I know so much goes on right now with drugs and alcohol and, you know, just really bad influence in high school. So just don't fall into that peer pressure. Try to stay, you know, somewhat of a solid person and just, you know, you guys get what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but I think you get what I'm saying. Anyways, just try to just stay yourself. Like, if you feel like you're not that person, don't be that person to try to impress someone or impress a guy especially. So, yeah. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed my advice video. If you guys have any questions about anything that I mentioned or talked about in this video, be sure to leave it in the comments below. Also, if you have advice for someone else going into freshman year, be sure to leave that in the comments below, because you never know, you could help someone else out that's reading the comments for something that I didn't mention in this video. So, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.